What's changed about your team since you lost to Stanford? You won 10 of 12 since. Just can you sum up? Was that it looked like it was a turning point for the team. What's gone on since then?
We're a different team since then for sure. Our energy and our effort are a million times better than they were at that point. I mean, every game that we've had, like for the last, 5 or 6, maybe 10-ish games, we've been watching film of teams that have beaten us or games that we've barely squeaked out, and we're watching the film, and I'm sitting there like, wow, it does not look like we're playing very hard. And then we come out in that game, and I think that really helps us kind of because it shows us what we can't do. We can't come out slow in the first half. We can't come out taking what we did in the first half for granted in the second half. And so I think just maintaining an energy and an effort level throughout the whole 40 minutes is really what's the difference in the game. And definitely team chemistry is a big part of that in the team defense that we play.
Did you think you'd be the #1 defense in points allowed and field goal percentage based on how you played that first month of the season?
I'm sorry, I don't.
You're now #1
Oh, we are?
in points allowed and field goal percentage. It's hard to reconcile that with the way you played the first month of the season.
Yeah, I mean, that first bit there, we kind of struggled a little bit. It was obvious we just weren't playing very hard. And I mean, I knew this team was capable of doing so much at the beginning of the season, and then we came out, we won the tournament, and then we kind of fell off at that point after that. But I'm not really surprised because I know what these guys are capable of. I know what we are.
The recent improvement in team defense seems to fit in well with what you do. I mean, that's one of the things you can really contribute with the shot blocking, alternate shots, and rebounding. Is that something that's you realized you had to step up?
Yeah. Interior defense, I think, was a big part of one of our weaknesses at the beginning of the season. We kind of let the ball get in the lane. There was no real presence or fear for other teams to come in the lane and just put shots up on us. And I feel like at this point, Rich and I and Rob and Bach, we've all stepped up our physicality just down low, not letting the ball go in so deep or not letting it go in at all. And then when the guards drive in, I mean, we're altering shots or taking charges, and I really think that plays a huge part in just taking away the momentum from the other team.
How difficult is Stanford's front line to deal with? As you played them before and they beat you, talk about them a little bit.
They're really talented, really good group of players. I mean, Powell is he's really good. I mean, he can take you off the dribble. He's got a good jumper. He rebounds. Eustace, great rebounder, plays really hard. Their whole team. I mean, Randall can shoot. Bright can shoot. They're a tough matchup. They got a bunch of guys off the bench that they bring, and they all bring something to the table. There's no fall off.
Talk about the shot blocking. You guys had 7 the other day. I think you broke the school record as a team. Were you a great shot blocker when you were a younger guy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if great would be the word to describe me.
In high school, did you?
I blocked a lot of shots.
Uh-huh.
That might have been part of me just being taller than everybody else, but I feel like.
What's the most you ever blocked in a high school game?
I don't know. I think 9 or 10, maybe.
And you average 2 or 3?
Yeah, 3 or 4, I think.
Okay.
I think it was 4.
You were big even when you were little?
Yeah, I didn't hit my growth spurt probably till I was at 6 foot in 8th grade, and then I shot up to about 6'8" before my junior year.
What is it about you athletically that you can be so proficient in blocking shots? You're not a big, physical, beefy guy, but you seem to be, your sense of timing enables you to get some blocks.
I think that I really feel like I developed that just younger, the timing, and just knowing when a guy's going to release the ball as opposed to just jumping up trying to just hope he throws it up there. I mean, if you can time it and just kind of know or watch, wait for the ball to come out of his hand and then get your hand on it, that's a better way to do it than jumping in the air and waiting for him to shoot, because then that's how you get in foul trouble.
Richard's been playing a lot better during this stretch. Even the game on Saturday, you had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds and 6 points early in the second half, and things were getting away from you. Is he just better at locking in mentally, whereas maybe earlier on he was sort of scatterbrained?
I think that goes for the whole team, really. I feel like at the beginning of the season we were all kind of scatterbrained, didn't really lock on to what we needed to do, didn't really understand how hard we need to play and the certain things we need to do to win the games. And so I don't think that just applies to Richard. I think that applies to everybody on the team. But Rich really kept us in the game, like you said, with those. He had 4 or 5 offensive rebounds right there in the beginning of the second half, right as you said we were kind of losing control. And he really kept us ahead and just gave us that energy. We could feed off of him.
3 seniors playing their last game on Wednesday night, and I asked Alan if he thought it was possible it was his last game, and he says he hasn't decided yet. But what do you think will happen? Do you think he'll be back to play?
Alan?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Alan's decision. You know, just hope for the best for him. Whatever he decides to do. Alan's a great guy on and off the court. I mean, couldn't hope for a better teammate. Couldn't want a better teammate. So, I mean,
You
just
have
wish
no
the best.
opinion on whether you think he'll be back?
No, it's his decision.
So basically, you don't really care if he comes back.
No, that's not it. Obviously, I'd love to have Alan.